In the beginning of the movie, the history of a family named Rivera is told. A few years ago, a singer living in Mexico was singing, dancing, and taking blessings from everyone. One day the singer left his wife Imelda and their daughter Coco with a dream of singing songs and making a name for himself around the world, but he has not returned home. Since then, Imelda has thought of her daughter's future and made a decision without crying in anticipation of her husband. The family members started the shoe business. We see a 12-year-old, Miguel, who lives with Coco, her great-grandmother. Miguel loves her great-grandmother, Coco. Miguel is always fun and friendly with Coco. Coco also has memory loss because of her age. Abuelita Coco's daughter and Miguel's grandmother are the heads of the family, and she cooks what anyone in the family wants. Abuelita has been hating music since Imelda's husband left the family for his passion for music. The family is still in the shoe business, and everyone hates music but Miguel. He secretly dreamed of becoming a musician. In 1942, a singer named Ernesto died when, while singing at a music festival, a giant bell accidentally fell on him. Miguel has dreams of becoming popular like that singer. Sometimes he goes to his grave and looks at the singer Ernesto's photo and guitar. One day Miguel published a shoe for a guitarist and told him about his dream. He suggests performing at the music talent show at 7 p.m. and he gives him his guitar. Meanwhile, Abuelita arrives and fights with her grandson, who thinks he's diverting to music. She tells him not to stay in this plaza and leaves. Miguel hides the note in the back silently. After going home, Miguel asks his mother if he will sign up for the talent show to be held tonight, but Abuelita says he can't go anywhere. This is the only year that our ancestors will visit us. Meanwhile, Miguel escapes from there. When he's picking up his guitar, Miguel's friend, a dog, also comes there. He lights the candle and practices with the singer's songs on TV. He is inspired by Ernesto's words. He decides to go to the talent show. He tries to get his guitar out of the house, but later he goes to his house and hides the guitar without letting anyone know. Meanwhile, with his parents, Miguel says he doesn't want to be a shoemaker. Later, the dog eats the food on the table from the side. Miguel drops down a Coco family photo and attempts to stop the dog. When Miguel opened the photo clearly, he saw a person carrying a guitar who was Coco's father, who was a singer. After seeing this, in happiness, Miguel climbed the roof of the house and shouted, "I'll be a singer like him." Then he fights with his parents and Abuelita to go to the talent show. Miguel's family gets angry at him, and Abuelita breaks his guitar. Miguel gets angry and leaves, saying he won't be in this family anymore. Later, in the talent show, Miguel tells a lady to register his name in the show. The lady says she'll enter your name if you get your guitar. Miguel asks a lot of people there for a guitar, but no one has an extra one. Miguel suffers and thinks about Ernesto's statue. He took his guitar to participate in the show and said, "Sorry, don't get me wrong for stealing like this and playing the guitar." A villager arrives after hearing the sound. Miguel immediately falls under the guitar, but the villager doesn't see Miguel. However, the family members of Miguel's family who are dead can see him, and everyone talks to Miguel, which means that he has gone to the world of spirits. When he goes beyond the bridge, he is surprised to see that there are real spirits and creatures that guide souls on the journey, and there is a re-entry office where spirits sit in the family. On the other hand, a photo scan to go back to their family spirits are sent to the family only if they get a real photo of them in the scan. If the scan doesn't get a photo, there is no possibility of going beyond the bridge to the family. Miguel's family takes him to Imelda, where Imelda fights with the receptionist for saying that his photo has not been scanned. Miguel took Imelda's photo and brought it with him. They say the photo has not been scanned. As Kelvin says to Miguel that he has come as a workman to forcefully heal the objects of the dead, Skeleton says that Miguel must go back to Earth before sunrise or he will remain one of the dead. She takes the flower and says, "You have to go back home and put my photo there when you go. The music should never be played again." Yen Miguel went back to Earth when he touched the flower. Everything was normal, but again Miguel takes Ernesto's guitar, so he goes back to the dead world, where he asks the family members to give him blessings without condition, but no one comes forward. Miguel gets angry and goes to take a blessing. Imelda calls the creatures and sends the pepper-touched petal to smell and search for them. On the other hand, when Miguel is looking for Hector, a skeleton is introduced. Miguel asks him to take him to his great-great-grandfather Ernesto. Hector makes Miguel look like a skeleton, so no one can recognize him. Then they both make a deal, so Hector tells Miguel that when Miguel goes back, he will take Hector's photo and put it in the ofrenda. Ernesto conducts the show in the dead world, for which Hector takes Miguel to the place where the rehearsals are taking place. Miguel goes behind, where a monkey takes them to a lady skeleton who makes a pre-made dance to mingle and shows it to him. They need a ticket to get there and ask their friends for help, but they are all joking about the actor being dead because they find out that he died of food poisoning. Then they tell Miguel that a few want to meet Ernesto, and the winner will get a chance to go there. Hector takes Miguel to get a guitar to participate in the competition, where he sees a lot of skeletons who don't have photos in ofrenda, and then the actor meets a skeleton who is his friend. Hector plays guitar and sings at this request. Then they both take the guitar and leave for the competition. On the way, it is revealed that Hector and Ernesto are friends. The competition starts, but Miguel gets tense because he hasn't performed before. Hector calms him down and sends Miguel to the stage. There, he sings a song and dances with Hector. On the other hand, Miguel's family arrives with the creature's help. On stage, the announcer announces Miguel, but Miguel and the actor leave. Then he tries to get closer to Ernesto, but neither he nor Miguel are allowed inside. With the help of the band, he joins them as one of them and goes to the petition winners. Miguel tries hard to see Ernesto but is unable to pass. Everyone climbs up to turn everyone's attention to him and play the guitar, which spoils Ernesto's song. Ernesto jumps into the water and saves Miguel. Miguel tumbled in the water, and all his counter makeup vanished. Ernesto still realizes that he is the child everyone is looking for. Ernesto asks why you came here. He says my name is Miguel, and I'm your great-great-grandson. The rest of the family members don't like music, but I want to go to Earth and get a name like yours. Ernesto introduced him and his grandson in front of everyone. The two then have a good time with each other while Ernesto gives blessings to Miguel. Hector comes there and disguises himself and says that you promised me that you would take my photo and put it in ofrenda, and tell Miguel to take his photo. It is revealed that What Is Like, a song sung by Ernesto, was written by Hector, but Ernesto cheated and made a name for himself. Later in heaven, on TV, Ernesto sees someone killed by poison. Hector remembers his past instantly. One night Ernesto gave him a poison drink to discover his true nature, and Hector found out that Ernesto gave him poison and killed him. Hector fights Ernesto in anger, but Ernesto sends Hector out with the security and captures him. He insists that Miguel is also truthful. Security throws him in a valley where Hector and Miguel are talking to each other about Hector hurting his daughter, and he tells him the name of his daughter, Coco. Miguel shows the photo to him and asks, "Are you in this photo?" It is revealed that Ernesto is not Miguel's great-great-grandfather, but Hector is. Hector says that as much as Coco remembers me, I get to be here because she's the only one who remembers me. In the next scene, Imelda comes to the creature, and both of them come out of the valley. After coming out, Dane also becomes like a dead world creature, and then they meet family members. Imelda is very angry with Hector, but Miguel says that Ernesto murdered him and anyone else. He asked Hector to get a photo of Ernesto and help him. Miguel also realizes that the family is important and apologizes for what happened. Abuelita agrees to help Hector get the photo. All the family members plan to go to the show where the program has started, and the family is ready to look for Hector's photos. Meanwhile, Ernesto is there. He now knows that Imelda and Miguel are Hector's family. He tries to take a photo with his pocket. The fight between security and family members continues. Eventually, Abuelita takes a photo and puts it in a place that takes her upstairs. Meanwhile, Ernesto goes out to the stage and announces that Imelda will sing the song. Imelda is afraid of everyone and remains silent for a while, not knowing what to do. Hector and Miguel start singing the song while anchoring from the side. Even while he's singing the song, security comes and tries to look at the photo. Ernesto also tries to take a photo by pretending to dance. Finally, somehow, she takes a photo from him and immediately starts giving Miguel blessings with a petal and says, "Go home and put our photo in an ofrenda. Don't forget how much your family members will love you forever." The family threatens that if Miguel goes to Earth, the truth about him will come out. Deception is known to the people of the dead world. Two of the family members turn on the video camera and make a live broadcast. Miguel, on the other hand, is caught by a creature. Ernesto approaches the orchestra as if he knows nothing. Meanwhile, the creature brings Miguel up while the photo falls into the water. Coco slowly loses power as Hector forgets. Hector is on the ground. The son's time is over, so Miguel's time is over. Miguel is very sad that he can't keep his word to Hector, and without delay, she sends Miguel to Earth with a blessing. When he comes to Earth, Miguel takes the guitar to Coco and tries to show her the photo on the guitar and remind her of her father. Everyone is very happy to see Coco. Miguel tells Coco that your father loves you. Coco shows him the letters and poems he wrote in Hector's photo. 1 year later, through letters to Coco, everyone knows that Ernesto's songs were written by Hector. Coco was also dead, so Hector's photo can be scanned. All the family comes to the festival happily. Miguel also sings songs without any restrictions. Subscribe to my channel and comment down below saying "Ike" and subscribed. Turn on notifications. Like the video to help the channel grow. Thanks for watching.